everyone, today we're in the lovely city of Perth, a city in central Scotland that sits beside the River Tay and is a city that has been a focal point of Scottish history since the medieval period, including being the capital of Scotland until the 15th century. And we're here to look at this, the Gladiator X7000 by Benlydesign, a watch whose very pronounced case is inspired by muscular beauty, exuding strength and power, whilst also integrating an OLED display to amplify the visual presentation of time. And I've got to say that I'm really looking forward to examining every single aspect of this watch today with you to help you on your decision making journey. But before we do that, please do leave me a comment at the end of my vid and hit the subscribe button now. I'd absolutely love to know what your opinions are of this 1970s retro futuristic inspired watch and in all the future vids that I do. And I also do appreciate that a 20+ minute in-depth appraisal is pretty long, which is why I've segmented every single element of my video into chapters, allowing you to navigate freely through each element. Oh, and do stick around to the end of my review for my usual walk around as I take this watch around the lovely city of Perth here in Scotland, including a wander along the lovely River Tay, the longest river in Scotland at 119 miles, before a short drive to see the utterly fantastic Helix Park, the home of the Kelpies, the largest equine sculptures in the world. Thank you for being here, and let's start with the brand. Benlydesign watches is a brand that say they are dedicated to providing consumers with a dynamic and invigorating experience through continuous innovation in distinctive digital watch design. In an age dominated by smartwatches and loads of mechanical timepieces, Benlydesign really stands out. Each watch is the accumulation, Benlydesign say, of the collaborative efforts of over 400 individuals within their organisation. Now that's quite a lot of people, but the true size of their organisation really is unknown. Benlydesign have 3 collections to the name, each containing a few differing designs within each collection. You have cyber watches, Y2K, and the series back to 1970. And within that particular back to 1970 series, you have a collection made up of the following: the Stargazer S1000, Armoured Tank S4000, Titanium Blue S1001 TR, Dark Knight S1000 BG, Terminator X7000, and this, the Gladiator X7000. And in terms of available colourways for the Gladiator X7000, you've got the grey, the white case and green strap, the white case and black strap, and this in my hands today, the black. So just to reiterate what was said in the opening 90-second spec, this, the black Gladiator X7000, comes in at an amazing 17.7mm thick, 43.7mm in diameter across the case, 49mm lug to lug, with this strap 22mm in width at the case and tapering down to around about 17mm by the time it reaches the tip of the strap. Okay, so the dial, or should I say the display, it's pretty straightforward. It features what Benlydesign describes as a groundbreaking OLED display behind mineral glass with rise to wake functionality, allowing the Gladiator X7000 to quickly display the time when tilted at a 60-degree angle and held for 1 second. The display is a straightforward red digital readout on a black background. From the side, you can see how the display is ergonomically designed and tilted towards your line of gaze for optimal viewing of the display. The time can be shown in either 24-hour or 12-hour format, both displaying hours, minutes and seconds. Now, pressing the right button while displaying the time switches to the date display, which shows an abbreviated day, a numerical month and day date. Another click brings up the thermometer, which can toggle between Celsius and Fahrenheit, though its accuracy may vary in my experience. The next function is the stopwatch, displayed in hours, minutes and seconds. It doesn't measure deciseconds, so it's fine for basic timekeeping and the measurement of time, but not ideal for precise events like a 100 meters race. Now, following the stopwatch is the timer, and after that the alarm function. I mean, pretty basic all around, and it's worth noting that the display cannot be set to be permanently switched on, so you really do have to rely on the rise to wake functionality, or by pressing any of the two buttons on either side of the case to wake up the time. Now, Benlydesign say that they have collaborated with a professional testing team to conduct over 100,000 rounds of testing, including walking swing tests, exercise swing tests, waving swing tests, sleep swing tests, and over 72 other scenarios to prevent accidental switching on of that display. Now, this intense testing effectively reduces accidental activations, significantly extending battery life. Now, I tested this myself a few times, the rise to wake functionality. You do have to activate the rise to wake by holding down the left button until the LT signal turns on, and yeah, I mean, it works absolutely fine. It's disappointing that there isn't a function to keep the digital display permanently illuminated, so I guess the rise to wake functionality will just have to do. The vibrancy of the display obviously also changed when I was indoors or outdoors. While wearing this watch around the charming city of Perth, particularly in the Perth Art Gallery, the display performed very admirably indeed. However, this contrast came apparent when I was outdoors, for example, while strolling through the Helix Park, which is the home of the Kelpies, the largest equine sculptures in the world, basically two massive steel horse heads. And there were moments where I had to squint a little to see the display more clearly. The Gladiator X7000 boasts a sleek, streamlined appearance, drawing inspiration from muscular beauty. Now, this exaggerated case resembles a strong back, adding to the watch's robust appeal. I mean, I actually really like this muscular shape of the case. It's very sleek, rounded nicely with this groove here in the middle, taking it away from the robotic feel of other Benlydesign models, such as the armored tank S4000, and leads more towards the supple touch of, well, a muscular physique. It slopes from the back up towards the digital display and showcases a Retro-Futurism aesthetic, making this Gladiator feel like it really is something from the 1970s. I mean, the 1970s really was a decade that celebrated the optimism of visions of tomorrow, blending bold aesthetics with optimistic visions of technological advancement. Now, space age motifs dominated back in the 1970s, with sleek metallic surfaces and geometric shapes, evoking a sense of interstellar exploration, and this case most certainly feels like it was created in that era. And the overall shape of this watch, in terms of its case, and in particular the ergonomics of how the display faces you, the wearer, is very reminiscent of a very famous 1970s watch, the Girard Perregaux cassette. Original. Probably got that wrong. But anyway, here on the Gladiator, the sides feature a threaded design with a strong industrial aesthetic, enhancing its metallic allure, and those threads are scalloped, and those scallops house the function buttons, both of which are slightly off-centered within those scallops. The watch's durability is further emphasized by its super strong metal integrated exoskeleton, and is made from zinc alloy, an alloy known for its strength, durability and resistance to corrosion, making it ideal for a Gladiator named watch. The construction of the Gladiator X7000 case utilizes techniques such as plasma sandblasting and shot peening, and it therefore achieves a sleek and aesthetic form. The strap is a black silicone strap, and it features this kinda ventilation design here at the sides, and that ventilation allows air circulation, reducing moisture buildup on the skin when you're wearing the watch, and therefore enhancing comfort, especially during prolonged wear. It's very cool too that it is made from silicone, in my opinion, As you know, silicone is known for its durability, resistance to wear and tear, and ability to withstand various environmental conditions, making this strap ideal for everyday use. And I must say that is very soft indeed, and I mean so much so that it almost feels less durable than it actually is, and it is slightly contradicting the Gladiator big and bold theme of this watch. I mean, don't get me wrong, the strap does look really cool and definitely plays the part, but it most certainly doesn't feel the part of the theme. However, what I must say is that, theme aside, it feels very soft and pliable. It is 22mm here at the case and tapers down to 17mm by the time it reaches the tip of the strap. And note that it does have two loops, a fixed loop and a free loop. The watch is equipped with replaceable batteries, specifically Japanese CR2-032 batteries. Now, those CR2-032 batteries are known for their reliable performance and long-lasting power, and have a lifespan rated to last between 2 and 4 years. And that battery is contained behind this screw-down caseback, which is made from stainless steel. It is vertically brushed and contains specification between the logo at the top and the product name at the bottom. And as you can see, it has 6 screws. There's not much else I can say about the caseback, but yeah, it's, I guess, pretty cool. On my 7.5-inch wrist it wears, well, what can I say, it wears absolutely brilliantly. In this part of my review I do showcase the watch on my left wrist, just so you know how it sits there, but as you've seen in my walkarounds, I do wear watches on my right wrist. But anyway, what I will say though is that that soft silicone strap really helps with the fit of this watch. It feels very comfortable indeed. It doesn't feel too bulky despite its unorthodox shape, and in particular its 17.7mm height, and near 50mm lug to lug, or should I say near 50mm top to bottom. It's not overly heavy too, at only 90 grams, but there's enough of a weight on it, so it doesn't feel too flimsy on the wrist, which I think is really important given that this is marketed as a Gladiator watch. Now, I personally think it looks really cool, very different, and something that will no doubt gain a lot of attention from your mates. Now, I walk around the lovely city of Perth, walking along the very beautiful River Tay, wearing a pair of grayscale jeans, Nike Air Force Ones, a biker's jacket, no surprises there, and I must say that this actually really looked pretty cool. I mean, you couldn't wear this in other attire other than casuals, but I doubt anyone in the world would procure a watch like this to accessorize a formal suit. In terms of price, this is currently selling online right now on the website at a very reasonable 116 Great British Pounds. That's around about 146 USD or 135 euros, and that includes free shipping, a 30-day return policy and a 1-year warranty, and it does come to you shipped in one of these lovely boxes. But yes, it's definitely a price point that I feel you can really take a punt on. My personal opinion is, at this rate, you just won't be disappointed. Overall, well look, I've had this in my collection now since February, and it's really lovely, especially to take it around Perth and to film it there. I am actually quite fond of it, and whilst there's a huge part of me that is ultimately disappointed that the display isn't permanently on, I've actually gotten used to the rise to weight functionality. So much so that it's pretty cool actually lifting the watch up and having a tiny bit of anticipation of that functionality working. Now, I actually like what this brand is doing too, which is creating thought-provoking designs that really has a retro-futuristic appeal to it. As a fan of innovative and, dare I say, slightly odd timepieces, I was particularly impressed by the Gladiator's X7000's bold design and, I guess, masculine features. The combination of a durable build, a fairly reliable display, and very striking aesthetics makes it in many ways a bit of a standout, if not unconventional piece in my collection.